the Krims Lightning 2025 recap. I got inspired to do this by one of my current favorite YouTubers, and I might as well do one. Basically, this is going to go up on YouTube on December 31st, 2025 at 11:59. So this year was a very interesting year for me. This year we streamed 43 different times, and I mainly streamed during the second half of the year. Jeff, shut the fuck up in my ear. Anyways, I have the game pre-opened. We had only 9 videos come out this year. And when I was looking over the statistics of how many times I streamed, I was very shocked. I was like, no, I made way more this year. No, only 9. The most successful video this year by far was the finals video. By far. It was by a landslide. Oh, we have 3 more videos coming out. We have one coming out hopefully tomorrow. We got one coming out, this one. That's 11. And then I have a fun video. I was going to start an arts channel, which is why I took a little bit of a break, but I ended up not working following through. So because of that, I actually have that video. So I'll upload it on this channel as a little extra bonus content. So we're gonna have 12 videos overall this year, but as of right now, as of this stream, we have 9 videos up. So just put a 12 over that in post. That's fun. Anyways, we have 210 hours of streamed. How do I have 210 hours streamed? That's very simple, even though I only stream 1 to 2 hours a day, which I want to stream a lot more. We'll get into that later. I have 96 hours of streaming on YouTube, 96 hours on YouTube, 54 on Twitch, and 54 on Kick. Anyways, we have 39 YouTube shorts recreated. I have a lot more, so whatever number that is by the end of the year, put it on screen. But as of right now, it's 39. And additionally, so on Twitch, we are at 95 followers, and on YouTube, we are at 312. From the bottom of my heart, I know I've been shit this year, but thank you for everyone who has chosen to click the subscribe button at one point in time. And I still have to fix OBS, but I'll fix it another time. Now, we are going to compare how I did in 2024 versus 2025. And I gotta say, it's not that great. So, let's do the video / streams. In 2024, I uploaded 17 videos, like long form videos, which is almost 2 a month. I know why videos stopped, which we'll get to later. And that exact same reason affected 2025, which meant I only uploaded 9 videos. That's not even 1 a month. But streams, we had 16 streams in 2024, but we had 43 streams, not including this one, and not including the rest that we're going to be doing throughout the rest of the year. Well, the total of number of videos was significantly less, and the total number of streams was about the same, considering we have a ton of YouTube videos, a ton of shorts, and a ton of streams. We have more streams than we had streams and YouTube videos last year. I think that is a win. Hours of content. So, this year, Today, I compiled everything. When I say everything, I mean every little piece of content produced. YouTube Shorts, TikToks, clips. Figured out how much and how many hours of content we made. Last year, we made 26 hours of content. That is awful. That is genuinely awful. But we made 214 hours of content this year. I'll be honest, 210 hours of content from this year was from streams. 210 hours was from streams alone. Keep that in mind. Yeah, hours streamed 210. 214 of total. But that's also like, my videos aren't that long. The new ones are going to be pretty decently long. I'm stuck in a hole. Anyways, so yeah, watch time. This is where the watch time kind of is not great. We had better watch time, but we also had more videos go out. But the fact that we almost beat the watch time from last year is very impressive. And to give you some context of why I have 700 hours last year, is because last year I had my Backrooms video, I had my Fragpunk video, I had my Danny video, got another video in the works that's probably coming out 2026 probably. I had my original 2 Pal World videos. I had my content warning video. I had my Pop Tropica video. I had my Poppy Playtime video. My original video on the finals. And my original FNAF video. So, I have another one coming out soon. Hopefully tomorrow. But considering we had 404 hours of watch time with almost half the videos, I'm not, and not as many, nearly as many blew up. Come on. I gotta be happy about that. The views. The meat and the potatoes. Last year, even with 700 hours of watch time, we got 20,247 views, and I am happy to say we have beaten that number. This year, with 9, this is not including TikToks, because if I include TikToks, this number on the right grows significantly. Okay? If I include TikToks, if I go on the Krims Lightning TikTok, just to give y'all some reference, it's not great, but it's not awful. Plus 180, plus, so let's do the, I'm going to do the math. If anybody's mad at me for figuring out these views, I literally just went through a year's worth of content in about a minute. I have 2 more videos. I just zoomed through every piece of content uploaded so far. If I include the views from the TikTok, that 36,000, we go from getting 50% more views this year out of less videos and more streams to 66,979 views. Put that into perspective. We only have roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 40 TikToks and we gained 30,000 views from TikToks alone. This year was amazing, but I'm not including TikTok in this because TikTok, I'm not happy with those metrics right now, even though the Pal World videos are popping off. And then when it comes to subscribers, we gained 36 versus 115. When it comes to growth of the channel, it wasn't amazing, but I'll explain why later. So here, I had 4 goals for this year. These were, yeah, I have to update this. This is like 2 years out of date, really. Anyways, it was my goals were build a community that I was proud of, be more consistent, get monetized on a platform, and to double my subs. At the time I went up 36 subs, so I was at 2 something. Right? Bro, anyways, so I 100% passed. I built a community I'm proud of, and we're still getting there. I kind of passed. I'm proud that I have. What put into perspective was 2 members of the community that really helped my point of view. They're not in here right now. They're not on my activity feed. But I had 2 people, YouTube bangers and someone else, who have been watching me for years. And they were like, oh, and I'm like, they've been watching me and I had no idea. So I was like, I've had people wanting me to succeed, and it just made my day, to say the least. Get monetized on a platform. I didn't say what platform. I'm monetized on Kick, but Kick is awful. Kick is awful. Like, there's no discoverability on Kick. There's no discover. And you could say the same thing about Twitch. At least I can get people on the Twitch stream. I got a couple of people in here right now. But it's awful. Like, you're either watching a specific person on that platform or you're not watching it at all. Most of the time I'm just getting bots in the chat. I failed on being more consistent. We'll talk about that soon. Again, I understand I was very inconsistent. And I failed on doubling my subs. So how did I fail? Well, here are the 2 things I did fail on. Being more consistent and doubling my subscribers. Now, why did I fail on being more consistent? Well, it was my mental health. My mental health took a major turn for the worse. And it was tied into recovering from Keith's death. On November 16th of 2024, which is right around the time I stopped producing a lot, my best friend of 14 years had passed away. He died in his sleep from epilepsy. And it's a really hard subject for me. So he did YouTube, and making videos wasn't the same for me for a while, to say the least. So I chose not to. I ignored it. I just lived life day to day. My mental health was awful for the first half of 2025. And you can kind of see it in the content. You could, it was okay, the content. Some of the, I did make some videos that I was very surprised they didn't blow up, but that's it. Work became a lot. I was moved to the lead at work. One of the, so I was the most senior guy in my department. Trained 3 guys. All of them no longer work there, because either they got, 2 of them just chose to leave because they either were offered better things or it was just a side hustle, and one got fired. And we're currently actually searching for somebody new for my department. So it became a lot. I went from being the side guy to the main guy to the only guy. So, and then struggles with not finding a graphic design job. I went to school for graphic design, if some of you recall. I still haven't found a job in it. I had an interview. Hopefully I get it. If I don't, I don't. I gotta keep pushing. Now, doubling my subscribers, it was caused by the lack of consistency, the lack of content, the lack of motivation, and let's go back. Which really, I didn't double my subscribers because I wasn't consistent. That's the real reason. But how did I succeed? Because I really did succeed. Well, I had more overall content and I found my voice. I had 9 videos overall. I had 43 streams, 30 streams on Twitch, 43 streams on YouTube, 30 streams on Twitch, and 29 on Kick. As of like a week or two ago, I'm no longer on Kick. 39 YouTube shorts and 40 TikToks. That's not supposed to be on here. Anyways, found my voice. I found what style of video. I kind of knew what I wanted to do. It's just, I tried something different and it took me a while to shake out of that. I found the direction I want to take the channel in. That also is not supposed to be on here. Anyways, what went well? Growth. Produced more content. I had more average views per video / stream, which really helped. I still had a banger video with the finals video, even though a lot of people hated me on it. Admit it or not, that was a success. That was a success. I had 43 streams on YouTube alone, 30 on Twitch, 29 on Kick. I already talked about that. I had more streams overall than content I had last year, which that's wild to me. And I had 210 hours of streaming. 210 hours of streaming. And I was able, and I streamed significantly. It's wild. Now, let's talk about the big changes. We had 2 major changes this year alone. First of them was the setup. If you were a fan back in a year ago or 2 years ago, you know that I would have a bed in my background. Now, if the lights turn on, there's no bed. I made an entire setup I made my setup specifically for streaming, and that was really cool. So I separated the editing space from the content space. Content, editing, do all my editing at that station. No bed in the background. I got a 3D printer for the art channel that I wanted to start. Didn't follow through, so I sold the 3D printer. It took me 6 months to sell that printer. And I got a funny story about that printer. And then I made what I call the Nook. And hopefully this is its final form. It might change a little bit. I might put a couch in the background. Not really. Might get a bigger TV for the spot, but the TV's, which definitely could work. And then streaming became big for me. I began multi-streaming and it allowed me to get a lot of motivation. Streaming brings back helped me with my motivation. It helped me find my voice. It helped me gain a little bit of confidence after Keith's death, and I'm still struggling a little bit. To give you some context, Keith was one of the most inspirational people. Not because he did things that were amazing. It's because no matter what life threw in his way, he kept pushing. He kept striving for it, and I'm going to keep pushing because of him. But with that being said, I'm going to make 2026 my bitch. 2026 will be the year that everything changed. here's the plan for 2026. I got 3 goals. I want to produce more. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I want to further build the community. We're going to talk about each one of these. I want to produce 24 different videos in the year 2026. I have a couple already planned out, which we can talk about at a later date. I want to stream at least 48 times. At least. I'm probably going to stream a lot more than that. I'm going to destroy that goal. I want to hit it. I want to make a shit ton of TikToks and a shit ton of shorts. I'm still reusing content for YouTube shorts and TikToks, and it's working out great. Hitting 1K subs. I want to get 1,000 subs on YouTube. 1,000 average views per video. And I want 4,000 hours of watch time. That is a really ballsy goal, but I think if I push myself hard enough, I can get it done. I want to go to VidCon. I want to stream VidCon. I want to make a video at VidCon. I want to do something involving VidCon where you guys can, if you guys go to VidCon, we can interact, we can talk, and it'll be fun. I won't have my own panel because I'm not big enough yet, but I definitely want to go to VidCon. I want to IRL stream. I want to go out and do shit. I want to stream while doing shit, and it will be amazing. And I want to do more games. Right now, I'm consistently playing the same games over and over again. I'm getting there. I'm struggling, but I'm getting there. Now, I want to set 3 YouTubers that I want to be like. And these are YouTubers that I either watched daily, that were fundamentals in my development as a child, you could say. Or who I watch now, who I really like their style. The first one actually inspired this entire thing, and I found the template they used for the slideshow on Canva. So thank you. Bokabola. He is also known as the guy who drills too many holes in walls on Linus Tech Tips. He works for Linus Tech Tips and streams and does YouTube. He's really an inspiration to me. He's the reason why I want to emulate him. He's one of my inspirations is because he's very open. He's like, oh yeah, I had a schizophrenic attack on stream once. What? So I want to build a community where I can be open like that, where I can talk about issues in my real life, and choose to, right? So next, Technoblade. Technoblade, the way he scripted his videos, the way he talked was very, very, very precise. And that's how I want to do it. But he also really cared about it. He also, yo, what's up? Yo, Techno's Peak, yeah. You're actually joining us in for my 2025 recap. And now we're talking about what I want to be, I'm going to make 2026 my bitch. Pretty much I talked about all the goals for the year. Bokabola. Anyways, and the next person is Corey Funk. Corey Funk, for those who do not know of him, most of you probably don't. He has around 10 million subs. He's from LA, and he used to be a professional scooter rider. He had a channel with his brother called the Funk Bros. It's not really active anymore. And I'm in his Discord server, and a couple of months back, he gave me some really big inspiration words that helped me a lot. So, why do I want to be big this year? Why specifically? I want to make something special. I want something that I had when I was growing up, where I could just watch and smile and laugh. I want to be that person for the next generation of people watching YouTube. I want to make this my life. I want to be able to do this for a living. And I want to make this a place where everyone feels welcomed. I remember back in, when was it? Back when I was in 5th grade. So I was 10 at the time. This was in 2013. YouTube was like just getting to the point where people who said they wanted to do YouTube for a living. I'm live. Can you close my door? You know I'm live. Anyways, who, like, they were kind of looked at, but like, you can't really do that as a job. That's just an internet website. Because it still hadn't gotten to that point yet. And I've always wanted to make a community where literally people are, like, I have a Discord server with like 30 different voice chats, and all of them are like, have people in it. And I've always wanted to create that and foster that. Let's talk about my unrealistic goals. The right one was supposed to be hidden, but we'll talk about that one first. Make my Minecraft story mode overview video. So that video, I've been working on for the last 2 months, and that video so far is projected is like a 20-page script. So 10K subs. If I can get 10K subs in 2026, if I can get 10K subs, I will drink an entire glass of lemon juice on live stream. And then I want to collab with major content creators. I think that would be really cool to be able to collab with major content creators. So overall in 2025, on YouTube, we ended the year with 312 subs, 70,353 views, and we're only going to keep growing. So thank you.